these clowns out here was gonna go out there and make videos.
I just wanna go home. I just wanna be home.
Mase, say names.
Yeah, security crime behind the car.
Damn. People look at me as being bad boy security.
Yeah, this blanket. It's like, what?
Oh, Gene Deal was crying for the blanket. Gene Deal was this, that, and the. Gene Deal was this, that, and the third.
But he there for security.
What you think I'm gonna be doing when you doing all that to Gene Deal? I bet you really don't wanna know.
It's no joke anymore. Gene Deal just dropped a serious warning to Mase and Cameron after their video clowning him blew up online.
Tell me nothing. That's why when be talking tough, I said, man, just save it. I done seen all that. Nigga said he wanna just go home.
Oh,
this blanket. He's like, what?
But he there for security.
You're never gonna be in this position.
I just want to go home and
I just want to be under my blanket.
Crazy.
Oh, we gotta get out of here. God, you get me out of here. I'm never fooling with these niggas.
On a recent podcast, Mase and Cameron couldn't stop laughing as they roasted Gene Deal about the night the Notorious B.I.G. was shot. They kept cracking up over the fact that Diddy's bodyguard didn't fire a single shot the night Biggie was gunned down.
On a picture of your facial reaction to I just want to go home.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
If my security holding me down in Cali, it's somebody, the #1 rapper in the world, get killed, you're telling you, I just need to want to go home. And the second top artist in the world, which is Mase, about to be #1. Nigga said, that's what I'm saying, I wonder his face, because I'm like, if y'all let me do that to Big, I don't stand it.
The clip went viral fast, and Gene Deal wasn't going to let it slide. When he heard the jokes, he fired back at Mase, telling him to be a man with some damn nuts. If he had something to say it.
Say something, be man of motherfucking nuts to name name. When I tell a motherfucking story, Rick, I tell it with the...
Things just heated up even more when Gene dropped a disturbing message from Mase and Cameron during his recent interview on the Art of Dialogue podcast.
Now the content creators who went out there and they start running off by their mouth, trying to make airways and trying to make a show. Here go a grown-ass man, Mase and Camron, made suggestions to bad boy security. These clowns out here was gonna go out there and make videos. When you do stuff like that, you gotta know right now that people look at me as being bad boy security. You gotta be clear. As soon as that drop, you got 5 or 6 out there. Oh, Gene Deal was crying for the blanket. Gene Deal was this, that, and the. Gene Deal was this, that, and the third.
And the next part of his message was deeply disturbing.
You already know, Mase. When you doing all that stuff to Gene Deal, what do Gene Deal supposed to be doing while you doing all that? I bet you really don't want to know. What you think I'm going to be doing when you doing all that to Gene Deal? They can play if they want to, but if they know what I know, they better find somebody else to play with. I never had to tell Big Noom shit. Keep it a buck. I never had to tell Big Noom shit. I told Big to his face, if you go to this party tonight, one of y'all gonna die. Some people gonna die if you go to this party.
Before this episode dropped, he had already given Mase and Cameron several subtle warnings, letting them know he's not someone to be played with or disrespected. But with their shade going viral, it looks like Gene has nothing left to lose.
Everybody trying to go viral. Everybody trying to go viral. Everybody trying to go viral out here.
It all began the day Gene received a call from Mase, accusing him of not firing back as a bodyguard the night the Notorious B.I.G. was shot.
Tell us why you didn't go. Mase, why you didn't go to the party? Mase, why you didn't go to the party?
Because I was in a hotel with friends.
Why you didn't go? Brandy told you, you told me that Brandy told you, let's go to the party. Why you didn't go to the party?
I didn't go to the party because all y'all seem like snakes. And I'm not gonna be
So Mase, who told you, Mase, didn't I tell you, listen to him, Mase, let's keep it 100. When you was riding around,
Let me answer.
Go ahead.
Let me answer the question. You guys was the security. If somebody shot the biggest rapper in the world, why y'all didn't shoot back? Y'all had guns?
Mase, let me ask you something. I'm gonna get to that. Mase, one question. When you was riding around Cali with Stevie J, didn't I pull you to the side and say, what the fuck is you doing in a drop top Benz riding around with Stevie J around Cali? Did I say that to you? Mase? That's some
Mase recently revealed details about the night Biggie was fatally shot, saying that immediately after the incident, he found himself boxed in by a large group of Bloods gang members. The Harlem native recalled being stuck inside his Los Angeles hotel room, while roughly 70 gang members waited just outside the door. He suspects they were out looking for other bad boy artists, or possibly something far worse.
In a hotel with a young lady.
And when you heard this information, what was your next actions?
My next actions? After what?
When you heard Biggie died, did you stay in your hotel room? Did you leave out? Did you want to go back to New York?
I actually was trapped in a hotel.
Now I want to ask a question. What do you mean trapped?
It was about probably like 70 or so Bloods in the hallway. I couldn't even leave my room.
How'd you get out?
One of the guys.
Why would it be 70 Bloods in your hallway after Biggie Smalls died?
Actually, after Big got killed, they was probably looking for more bad boy artists. And I couldn't even leave the room to Gene Dill, the officer.
Gene also addressed Mase's accusations publicly, explaining why he didn't fire back at Biggie's attacker.
So he was trying to divert that whole conversation and make it seem like, so Gene, why you didn't shoot? Listen to me. It wasn't because Big wasn't my principal. He knew the fact that we had blew the light and we was halfway down the block, crossed the light, and then when the first shot went off, our driver took straight off. I'm screaming at our driver because he was told that somebody was pointing a gun at Big and them. He should have just threw the car in reverse. He knew the whole story, my man, because me and him had a conversation on the phone. He the one told me, well, I was in the room with Brandy and Brandy was trying to get me out the room to come to the party. So I felt that was kind of weird. So she said Brandy was calling me trying to get me out the room to come to the party. Well, you was in the room with Brandy. How's she calling you to try to get you out the room to come to the party? You know what I'm saying? This was going through my mind. But Mase knew the whole situation. Mase knew that it's no way possible that I was able, being sideways in the car, because Puff, when I got in the car, Puff had put his seat back. Now I'm sideways in the car like this, and I'm cussing him out like, yo, man, what the f is you doing? Why you got your seat back like this? We hear the shot, pow! Puff put his head down. I go to open the door. Kenny flies, going straight. So he knew the whole story. What I supposed to do? Put my gun out the window and just start shooting like this? When the car had already turned the corner, it came out of parking space. So he knew the story, bruh. He was trying to just divert the attention of, why security? So ask security, ask Big security, ask Paul, ask the LAPD. The LAPD officer that was right there, they was right behind. Paul was outside the car. Why didn't they shoot? Why when we turn back around and come down the street, that they way down the block, they coming back when we get back to the car. When we get back to the car, nobody's in Big's car. But Big, Mase knew this. Me and Mase had this conversation. Him and Tone is like this. He knew me and Tone jumped in the car and chased after the guy. We couldn't catch him. He wanted to divert the attention from himself because why didn't you tell Big that these dudes was trying to get at you, bruh? You had that conversation with with Puff. But you ain't had that conversation with Big. Big was your label mate. So people come on and talk, why you ain't shoot? Listen to me, bro. At that time, I was young, dumb, and full of cum. Anybody who really knows me know that they ain't gotta worry about nothing if it comes to the point where gunplay has to be a part of my security. I'm not gonna hesitate, because I never bodyguard anybody that I wasn't.
The tension between Gene Deal, Mase, and Camron is only getting thicker. Some say they cross a serious line, while others believe Gene really should have fired back that night. Whatever your take is, one thing's crystal clear. Gene Deal ain't someone to mess with. Stay tuned for all the latest updates.